When you play pretend, you don't have to be real.
Some bears live circus lives, but this bear, he's singing with the housewives.
Hello! I'm Hunter Harden.
And I'm Papa the Bear.
And welcome to the Real Housebears. Fuck this podcast. Fuck your shoes. Out of the podcast booth. Out of this booth. Out of that. Oh shit, that was my shoe. Oops.
I can't believe you're throwing all my shoes.
This one too.
Quit throwing my shoes out of the hot closet.
What is this doing in here? Out. Look at these. Look at these huge things. He broke the
That
heel
one's
off
broken.
of it. And he still keeps it. Just walk around in. Disgusting.
Now we have a whole mess of shoes to clean up.
I mean, it was so degrading and not even funny.
Nobody threw your shoes out of the closet. I didn't throw them out of the closet. If you think it's me. Because I'm blacked out, wasted right now, so I'm not going to remember anything.
Right? Oh my God. You know what? That was good.
Yes, thank you.
That was one of my favorite podcasts in a while. That was really, really great.
Thank you.
Thank you. I mean, I'm not enjoying the cleanup after. I can't believe you threw my $15,000 slippers out of the hot closet. Those slippers cost more than your wedding ring.
They sure do. Ain't that the truth?
That is awesome. What a great way to start off this episode.
You're welcome.
You know what was another great way to start off my day? My work team has been doing the 12 days of Christmas, which means that
It's called the 12-step program. Quit trying to gussy it up with Christmas. We all know you're an alcoholic.
I need a drink to deal with these bitches.
Well, I mean, you know.
But you're not going to go get help.
No, of course not. So during the 12 days of Christmas, it means we've been getting together every morning as a team and doing something Christmas themed. Like one day we cut paper snowflakes. Another day we had elf trivia. And today they actually gave us money to create our own favorite like Christmas food or snack or cocktail even. Mm-hmm. Well, I didn't make mine, so I didn't take the money. But I did show up to the meeting anyway because I just enjoyed hanging out with the people. And I logged in like 10 minutes late because it was optional. And the moment I log in, the first moment I see is in the back. We're supposed to make our Zoom background a picture of our food. And right in the middle of my screen is one of my coworkers with a platter of stuffed grape leaves behind them.
No.
Yes.
No. I'm not believing this. No. Stuffed grape leaves are not real.
Yes, she had a full platter of stuff, shared the recipe with me. We were right. It's just ground beef rice and a bunch of seasonings wrapped in a grape leaf.
Is that a seasoning, like a seasonal dish?
It's just a Greek thing, but I immediately just busted out into laughter.
Stuffed grape leaves.
And they're like, Corey, what is going on? I had to tell them the stuffed grape leaves story. And now my whole team is going, stuffed grape leaves.
Oh my gosh.
Stuffed grape leaves.
That is too much. I don't believe it. I think you're making all this up. Because you want me to try stuffed grape leaves.
I almost didn't believe it. It made me laugh so hard.
When was the last time anybody saw us? I mean, I just heard of them last week.
I know. And now they're like, what? Who knows, next week?
Now they're mainstream.
Yes.
They're going to be on the Good Morning America show or whatever.
I mean, don't we have to kind of make them now?
No, I don't want them.
I need protein and a vegetable.
I don't want them.
Okay, you don't have to. You don't have to.
You know, I do want to do our raclette again. We did our raclette last week.
Yes, yeah.
Where you cook your
Actually,
own
it was
meats?
this week before choir practice.
Yes.
So y'all remember a raclette from season 2 of Salt Lake City on one of their miserable trips. And Heather Gay sponsored that. But we've had a raclette. We had a raclette years ago.
Yeah.
And then kind of lost it. And so my mom got us a new raclette for Christmas. And so even though it is very housewivesy of us, we were doing it before we saw it on Housewives. Okay.
Totally. We were doing it before. It was way cool.
Yeah.
Now we're doing it again because it's cool.
But it was so much fun thinking about Lisa Barlow and the thrill that she got from cooking her own food.
This is the first time she's ever cooked. We had steak, we had potatoes, asparagus, and shrimp.
They have seared ahi tuna, they have barbecued shrimp.
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 Yes.
Love a
sauteed
shrimp.
in garlic and
I mean, you had to dig it out of the butter because it was in the fridge. That butter like solidified. It was like carving out like dinosaur bones and stuff.
But it was so delicious.
It was so good. Oh my gosh.
Today I'm wearing the outfit that Dre got me for my birthday because today is our 98th episode.
Hooray.
And for our 100th episode coming up, can you believe it? 100th episode coming up. Drether Hardenwood will be reunited.
That'll be round 2.
It's been like over a year, y'all.
So the Housebears and the Live Love Lab gals, Heather Gay and Trey Robinson, we're all getting back together to kind of reminisce over our relationship over the past few years, talk about the choir, talk about music, talk about the holidays, talk about ourselves.
Of course, ourselves.
Talk a little bit about the show, but we're going to actually not deep dive into Salt Lake City. We're just going to enjoy each other's company and have a Housebears Live Love Lab Drether Hardenwood good old time.
Yeah, if you want to ask a question for any of us, you should send us a message with your question, and if it's PC, we'll totally do it.
Yeah, and if it's something that Heather can talk about on the podcast.
PC and good.
So yeah, DM us, tweet us.
Yeah, if you have like dying questions about me or something.
Yeah, or what we think of each other.
It's I don't know, whatever you want.
Oh yeah, what we like, what is Heather thinking about me, or Dre thinking about you, or anything that you want to know about.
Heather's in love with you, and I'm in love with Dre.
And we're all in love with each other.
Well, yeah, of course.
It's one big.
But I mean, there's always favorites in any kind of relationships.
Well, there's chemistry that really clicks for sure. So in 2 weeks-ish, we will have our episode 100, and then we will recap the Salt Lake City episode that we might miss. I don't know. It's coming. The holidays are coming up, so I don't know. We might not even miss one.
Who knows? But I'll definitely have my high heels in the high seas of season.
Yes, ma'am. I don't know what that meant, really.
It was a segue.
I knew that. I caught that.
The high seas of season.
Yes.
We're in the seasons of Christmas.
Well, you threw my high heels out in the high seas of the hallway.
You can see them. They're way back there. Like, whoa.
To me, that was not funny.
You know what? I'm not going to lie. Throughout this whole episode, I was a little bit confused, and I just didn't love it.
There's just a lot of crazy drama that's
chaos.
like unintelligible.
Yeah.
I can't figure out why and what for what reasons.
Yeah.
Who's mad at who, because they switch multiple people throughout this episode. And normally I could follow it, but poor Jen, she is so
she's drinking
overwhelmed. She's so overwhelmed and on meds and drinking.
Yeah.
We're getting the bad side of Erica Jane.
Yeah, I was just waiting for Jen to be like, "Hey, Heather, go pee on the new girl."
Yes. But no, I guess when Jen is super drunk, she doesn't turn into fun Jen.
Yeah, not so much.
Like Erica Jane did.
Like Lisa Barlow was like, "What is going on?"
And multiple times everyone's like, "What's happening?" And I was wondering what was happening too multiple times in this episode. Like they're twerking in the background while Lisa and Jen are screaming at each other in the front of the boat. Well, Jen's trying to hide on the front of the boat away from Lisa.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just weird.
It is. It was chaotic. So the episode starts off. Jen is still going on about Angie K.
This is still day one.
Yeah. And Angie K is still talking about it with the other woman. So Jen swears on her dad's grave that she was just trying to be funny.
You guys, on my dad's grave.
I don't know.
She swears on
I don't
her
like that.
dad's
That's not good. That's not good.
And Heather is immediately like in agreement with Jen and finds a way to throw Lisa Barlow into this fight.
Yeah, it's Heather. It does not like Lisa at all.
I know.
And will
any
not give her a
chance.
break. Any chance she can find is she'll throw her under the bus.
But I felt like it was okay because in just a little bit, Lisa Barlow does the same.
Yeah.
So at least I was like, okay, at least it's not just one-sided, you know? But for a minute, I was like, yeah, come on, Heather, that was kind of obvious, you know?
Oh my gosh. Meanwhile, Angie it keeps saying that she's been conned into doing that party.
I mean, that's so brave of her to keep using that kind of language.
I know, it's really bad language. And it's funny because they've been friends for 20 years. And just over that little argument of trying to be funny and not funny / I don't know, whatever it was, they both are talking so horribly about each other.
I know.
Like,
I know.
she's talking about how fake Angie is, even though they've been friends for 20 years. And Angie saying that Jen is just a con artist.
Seriously, but Jen really gets real mad at Lisa Barlow here.
Oh, yeah.
Like, Heather just plants that seed.
You were like, wait, what's happening here?
Yeah, and Jen, like, really gets mad at Lisa Barlow here.
Because Lisa is not going up to Jen to find out if Jen is okay. She's only finding out if Angie's okay.
Yeah, and then, but, you know, Whitney, she's like, you know what, Angie K., I'm really happy for how well you're speaking up. I wish I could be that same way with Heather.
And there's Whitney having to throw Heather into it at some point.
Yeah, and part of the problem, though, is whenever Whitney tries to have these conversations with people, most of the time she's intoxicated and that doesn't go so well.
Mm-hmm.
Or it's just a 3-hour-long conversation that ends up getting so aggravated that no one can get anywhere.
Something's gonna trigger and I'm gonna lose my shit.
Well, as the CEO of Fun, Meredith is requiring that everyone goes downstairs and has fun.
Let's turn it up.
And then the other team were like, yes, you're right. Let's go have fun. So Jen, Heather, and Meredith join the other girls, and Whitney is like, can we party now?
Let's take some shots. Can we do
Let's
shots?
freaking party. I need to get upside down. I need to twerk.
Well, Jen Shah walks up, and like after Whitney and the ladies were actually talking bad about Jen, Whitney's like, oh my gosh, Jen, you're here. I've been wanting to show you this for so long. And then does a headstand for Jen Shah.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, I guess maybe just Jen loves Whitney's skills. I
But,
mean,
like-
Whitney's got them skills, you know.
and during this part, Lisa and Whitney are like, come on, Jen, party up, party up. Jen, come on, let's go, let's party up. You got to be the party starter.
Yeah, and Lisa Barlow goes over to get her to party, and Jen is not having none of it.
First of all, she's trashed. And second of all, she's never been good at hiding her feelings.
Yeah, so Lisa didn't have her back. And Jen gets so mad that she throws the vegetable tray in the water.
Listen, you need to stop doing that.
Jen, you can't throw food.
You need to stop littering
You need to stop littering the ocean. You need to stop destroying people's stuff.
And clearly no one has eaten anything today, and that
Because
was
of that.
important.
And that was very important. Did you see there's as soon as I saw that platter, I was like, ooh, carrots and ranch. That would sound so good right now when you're trash. And then I saw her pick it up. I'm like, uh-oh. Oh no, here it goes. And she hucked that thing overboard.
Yes. I was like, no, the broccoli. But the other ladies completely have no idea what's going on. They're like partying.
They're twerking. They're just
completely
like, what?
ignoring. Maybe the music was loud. Could that be that the music was so loud from the DJ that they didn't even hear Jen and Lisa?
I mean, they are on a boat.
But now Lisa's mad.
Yeah, because Lisa like hunted Jen down 3 different places on the front of that boat to be like, stop doing this. Like, stop. I'm your friend. And Jen's not hearing it. So she's like, all right, screw it. I'm mad. You're fake, stupid bitch.
Yeah, I mean, Jen is making no sense, and Lisa is not going. She's like, oh, you're mad at me? Well, guess what? I'm mad at you.
Lisa's not interested in having somebody make her feel horrible anymore.
But Heather is like, she's like the horse whisperer, but Jen's not a horse.
She's the Jen whisperer.
She's the Jen whisperer. I don't know.
I want you to take a deep breath because you're good. You're strong.
Well, did you see how she got her to drink the water? She's like, come on, chug it with me. We're going to do a chug. It's like a kid. It's like, let's make it into a game.
It's crazy. But everyone now is
that little bottle of water was not going to save
People are
Jen.
confused of why. Jen's mad. People are confused about how after Jen's been talking crap about Heather and vice versa, like no one can really take it. But Whitney takes this opportunity to say everyone needs to be accountable for the things that they say. Like when Meredith came to Whitney's. But I was like, how does this have anything to do with that? Are you just like trying to keep your story going?
Yeah, I was like, why are you trying to blame Meredith again right now? Like why are you trying to pull this out of?
Meredith's like, nope, done.
Yeah, Meredith's not understood.
Disengage.
Disengage. And I love that she used, I'm not being going to be lectured by a little girl.
Little girl.
Little girl.
Little girl.
Well, Heather jokes with Jen that she should throw Angie's purse in the ocean.
Do not give somebody that irrational, crazy, and drunk that kind of idea, Heather Gay.
For a second, I thought Heather was serious about it. I was like, Heather Gay.
Heather Gay.
Gay.
She was half joking about it. But Jen's like, oh, I'll do something as extreme, but not as extreme. I'm going to grab these shoes. Are they yours? Huh? Anybody? Bye. And she hucks those white shoes in the water.
She has littered all over this ocean.
But you know what? Heather sticks up for Whitney and she grabs the shoes away from her. She's like, no, these are my homegirl Whitney's. I'm not letting you throw them off. One of them still gets thrown off.
Yes.
And Heather's like, what the hell are you doing, Jen? You are crazy.
But this also goes to show how Heather still really doesn't think that this crap between her and Whitney is that big of a deal.
Yeah. She doesn't want to have to deal with it.
Yeah, she is the kind of person who is like, you know, she even says it later, we've put enough money in our friendship bank that we can give each other grace about things.
Exactly.
That's how Heather lives, and that's how I live most of the time, too.
Yeah, I mean, if you're not a good friend and you're pulling crap on me, I'm going to have a very short stick to deal with you.
Well, you know who put some money in our friendship bank?
Oh my gosh, we forgot to do...
Oh, I didn't forget.
The hashtag Housebears famous section. We got another 5-star rating.
And a review.
And
I'm... Oh, no, we have 2 new ones.
Oh, screaming. Why don't you do it?
Aloha, bitches.
You do it this time.
Okay. So from Farah... It's Farah PPPPP.
Farah.
Funniest podcast ever.
Yes.
My husband doesn't love to watch RHOSLC, but he loves to listen to you guys.
Is he hot?
Well, you know, we love husbands.
We love husbands.
And the only thing that we love more than husbands is husbands who love us.
Hey
husband.
Hey, husband.
We are horrible people.
The only person I want to see naked is John Barlow.
Love these guys from SYLEL.
Silo.
I don't know. But this is the most hilarious podcast. Hunter and Papa the Bear have the funniest takes on RHOSLC and personal insights on the Housewives. Love you guys. Keep up the great work. We love you guys.
We love you, and we will.
And we will.
On my dad's grave.
And
do you have a husband? Or just a hot dad?
you guys have no idea what a thrill those reviews give us. Like,
seriously, and you know what's funny is we seem to get a lot of them during the holidays. I think people are just giving them out during Christmas. Like there was one time where we went like 2 months straight with a review every day.
That's because you threaten people all the time.
I'll do it again.
Not during the holiday season.
You guys want a Christmas tree in your house? Do you guys want Christmas presents?
Well, I am Santa, so I'm the one who puts them on the naughty list.
And I am Krampus that comes in right after you and beats those kids and takes their presents.
Fair.
Okay.
Fair.
Cute.
Fair,
what a cute outfit. Couple outfit. Yes. You're going to be Santa. I'm going to be Krampus. That's a cute Christmas outfit.
So,
wow.
Back on the boat.
Back on the boat.
When Jen tries to hand Heather the second Whitney slipper, it goes right into the water as well.
Yeah, and Jen didn't mean to throw it off. It just happened.
But she doesn't care.
She don't care. She don't even remember.
So inside the boat, the producer goes and tells the women that their shoes are floating.
Their shoes overboard, y'all.
And Jen Shah comes in there and she's like, they're not in the water, but I didn't do it.
But what I love is as soon as they say their shoes in the water, Lisa stands up and she's like,
I'm really hoping it's not my shoes that went overboard because they're limited edition pre-order YSL shoes that are really hard to get right now.
those better not be my Bonfasanaco pantalones. Those were like $1,500. I just got them. I'm like, girl, jeez.
I mean, no, I think they were intensely
vintage.
expensive.
They were vintage.
Intensely
One of a kind.
Intensely expensive, so I don't blame her.
I don't blame her either.
I don't blame her. But I just love that Jen Shah's like, there aren't any shoes in the water, but I didn't do it.
But if you want to think that I did it, go ahead.
Yeah.
She's so funny.
Well, they finally get off the boat, and it seems that Dana and Whitney have really become great friends, if they weren't already, because, like, Whitney has been on Dana's back twice now.
Yeah, she's been carrying them.
Yeah. And Jen passes out on the bus.
I love it when the last girl gets off the bus and the Sprinter van driver stands there and like looks over at them and looks in the van and then looks over at them and like, are you guys going to get your friend? Like, ma'am, are you okay? And she's like, yeah, I'm good. It just goes right to sleep.
And 6 for an hour and a half.
With the car.
Like, what did the driver do?
The driver probably just stood out or sat in the car or something. You could see the car rocking a couple times, so you could see somebody getting in. And but after that catnap, boom, Jen Shah is recharged and ready to go.
Yeah.
She has forgotten everything. She doesn't remember being on a boat.
Aloha, okay?
No.
She just remembers waking up in a Sprinter van and feeling better. So party. Let's party.
Yeah.
That's the part. It's get on the Jen Shah train. This is why I love Jen Shah, because she will just keep the party going.
It's like last season when she was like, I didn't get extensions for Cinco de Mayo for nothing.
Yes, ma'am.
She's like, I don't have this wig and with a headdress planned back in my room to not use. Well, this is probably a great blah, blah, blah.
This is a blah, 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 blah.
This is a great break point. I made the mistake of wearing a winter hat in a hot closet.
Yes.
But I look cute, so I can't help it.
You do look really adorable in it.
Thank you.
I mean, you could go stick your tongue to an icy pole any day. It looks so adorable. Right now.
Well, let's go be adorable on a quick break in a cooler room.
Absolutely. Bye.
Okay, you know what? I think I need to get changed.
This is Jen Shah from the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, and you're listening to the Real Housebears podcast.
And we're back.
We are back.
Welcome to NPR Bear.
I'm a hatless bear this time. It was just too hot in the hot closet.
Oh, no.
So, back with my bald and beautiful, but I haven't shaved in a very long time.
And everybody can see it.
I know.
And everybody's like, oh my gosh, look, he hasn't trimmed the sides of his head.
Don't tell anybody.
Head.
Don't tell anybody.
Oh, it feels so good, though.
It does feel good. It feels good to call a friend, like Angie H.
I didn't realize Angie H and Heather were so close.
Well, I mean, I think they went on, like, Below Deck together.
Oh, that's right.
I haven't seen that episode. It came out this week, but I haven't watched it yet. It came out during choir practice on Tuesday, and Heather was at choir practice instead of watching her premiere. Like a good choir executive director.
Exactly. I was like, what is Heather on it?
Bitch, don't come at me.
And we took some recordings of our rehearsals so that people can hear how great we are.
Did you see?
Did I see?
Did they see? Did everybody see him?
Oh, she hasn't posted it yet. She's having someone like put together like a little promotional video type thing.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So Heather looks really beautiful in this scene where she's wearing that floral outfit with the purple shoes.
And the purple and orange and like cream outfit.
And the shoes looked so cute with it.
I wrote that down too. I loved that outfit so much. It's so adorable.
And Heather's like, you're not going to believe this, but the dynamic duo, Jen Shah and Angie K, are fighting. And Angie's like, but are you good with Jen? Like last time we talked, you weren't great with Jen. And Heather's like, listen, I just know who Jen Shah is. I just kind of have low expectations.
I mean, throughout every friendship and relationship, Jen Shah turns around and talks really badly about anybody that's not being nice to her right then.
So, you take the good, you take the bad, you take them both, and there you have Jen Shah.
The Jen facts. The Jen facts of life.
So Lisa calls John Barlow.
Of course.
And tells John that Jen Shah, like, physically pushed her on the boat.
Well, she did.
And it also turns around to how Jen was against Heather earlier. See, here's where
talking really bad.
Lisa brings back in Heather.
Yeah.
So it's not just one-sided. And now, they were all talking bad about each other, but now they're in love with each other. And Lisa, so, just another way for them to talk poorly
Lisa's
about the other
irritated
one.
about it, yeah.
And Lisa's just irritated all over.
Well, they go downstairs, and Lisa needs a protein and a vegetable.
Yes, ma'am.
Stat. That's the way I feel a lot of times.
She's not even talking like Del Taco right now. Yeah. She wants
something sustainable.
Yes.
Because they all have just been drinking champagne all day.
Like bottomless champagne, it looks like.
Yeah, and like whatever snacks they had are overboard.
True.
And you didn't see any of that picked through. They had just started on the boat trip.
Yeah.
Those snacks could have saved somebody a little bit.
They could have saved a lot of things. So Jen comes down looking beautiful.
Yeah, like she is so done up, but I did see that she had the glam squad with her.
Well, of course. So there's like a big drum roll and everyone goes outside and there's fire and men in skirts.
Polynesian fire dancers and live music, and then the dancers come out and dance.
Then the ladies learn some moves.
The ladies learn to move.
I watched Meredith the entire time.
Don't watch Meredith all the time.
I applaud Meredith because she has twerked, she's hulaed, and that's just not the way her body moves. But she's doing it.
The editors were nasty on Lisa. They kept showing Lisa and her mom butt in those pants, those jeans, those mom jeans, those high-waisted mom jeans.
I stared at Meredith the whole time. I didn't notice it.
I looked at everybody. I was like, get it, get it, get it. I didn't look at Whitney because I knew Whitney was going to have it down.
Yeah, but I just love what a great sport Meredith is about it. She's like, okay, I'll try to twerk.
She's like, it's not my flavor, but she's trying.
Yes.
I'm definitely moving a little bit slow today.
So they sit down to like a traditional Polynesian dinner.
It looks like a lot of meat.
Down to a real pig.
I want to try that pig.
Have you ever? I have actually.
Like a real whole roasted pig?
Yeah, my friend Tracy, who you met in Charleston, for her like rehearsal dinner for their wedding in Charleston, South Carolina, they had like a pig roast like that, and then they also had like a clam oyster situation since they're on the water,
Have you seen like a Hawaiian one done? They like dig a hole in the sand, put coals in there, and then they put it in and then they bury it in the sand and it cooks like throughout the day.
Oh, I mean,
I don't know how that works.
It's unsettling. I'm not going to lie. But...
It's very unsettling. I would have to have somebody else cut me a piece to I don't know what do you eat on it? The whole thing?
Well, you eat it's just like eating pulled pork. It's literally pulled pork.
I'll try it, but I don't want to do it.
Okay. Well, we'll keep that in mind, my sweet thing.
It better not be more expensive than my own wedding ring. Not a hard thing to do, though.
I just love how this became a joke. I just love it.
Listen, you volleyed the ball back.
I did. It's because it's funny.
It is funny.
It is funny.
Because I don't care about it.
I know you don't, but I do die inside a little bit each time we chat about it.
I was emotionally devastated.
Well, like the moment they sit down to eat, suddenly the fun police arrive. These women are hungry.
This is very confusing.
They don't give a crap about the fun police right now.
No.
And they're uncomfortable with the fun police anyway.
All I'm thinking is how germ covered they are. Like, I'm thinking they need Clorox wet wipes.
I mean...
And the poor fun police are uncomfortable too. I feel really bad for these guys because when you're put in that situation and you have to grind on people, you kind of have to get their approval first. And when they're all sitting forward at a dinner table, you can't really grind or be sexy on somebody. So
who wants naked people around their food?
When they're eating, I'm
and most of these women are married.
I was kind of surprised Elisa or Heather wasn't like, I'm going to put this strip of meat on your chest and I'm going to eat it off.
But I wasn't surprised that when he was like, okay, finally, this is
I'll
uncomfortable.
Yeah.
My husband won't care.
Thank God.
Yes.
Because she's like, I don't like boys.
Right. Come give me a dance.
Come give me a dad.
But it was weird. I didn't like it at all. The women didn't like it.
Heather gets handcuffed awkwardly and Lisa the whole time's like, ew. Ew.
Well,
ew, don't ew.
I mean, look at how Lisa dressed in the lingerie.
I know. She's just like, ew. Like the whole time, every time I looked over, she's like, ew.
So they mentioned something about violations of fun to warrant the fun police. And Whitney's like, well, there's some things today that haven't been so much fun. So
is Dana going to do Whitney's job?
Well, it looks like it. Angie K is like, so Dana, how was your first girls trip going? And Dana's like, it's been fun, but there's something that we need to talk about.
Here we go. Good job.
But Dana's brave. I mean, she will address Jen Shah. I mean, she's finally, again, we haven't heard a word from Dana this whole season until this trip, but she's starting to earn her snowflake.
How else do you earn snowflake?
Not as much as Angie K has, or Angie H, in my opinion, but she's getting there.
Yeah.
So she addresses Jen and the way that she talked to Angie K, the way that she talked to Angie H, and Jen's like rolling her eyes. And Dana's like, yeah, Heather, you pretty much, you agreed with me the other day. And Heather's like, so what did I say to you? I told you to talk to her about it. And Dana's like, well, you told me that if Jen gave you an ultimatum that you wouldn't be friends with her anymore.
Dana, why didn't Heather get you on the show?
And that's a horrible, yeah, and that's a horrible way to state it. You could have said something like, if Jen gave you an ultimatum, that you wouldn't appreciate someone giving you an ultimatum and you would have to make a more obvious choice. Not so black and white and obtrusive and offensive,
Dana just is desperate to make an impact on this group of girls using Jen as an example. But Dana, she's going to be gone soon.
But you can
don't have to try anymore.
And you can see Heather's face like, what are you doing?
Yeah, like, what's going on here?
I thought you were my friend.
Is this a witch hunt? Why are you bringing me into this?
For once, I don't have the whole cast after me, and now you just put all of the attention right on me.
Yeah.
Thanks, Dana.
Why are you so deeply invested in this, Dana?
So we find out that Angie H and Chris are not actually going to post a public apology because they're advised by their attorneys and PR people because they shouldn't be associated with Jen Shah. Not because of admittance of being wrong, not because of the potential for Jen Shah to take legal action. It's because you shouldn't be associated with Jen Shah.
It was a shock to me.
Trigger.
Trigger words.
But Dana pushes further that Heather even said to Angie that she wouldn't post a public apology herself because it just goes on and
she just keeps throwing Heather under the bus.
And Heather's like, listen, regardless of the specific words that have been used, have I not made it clear that I do not approve of what Angie H has done?
Yeah, exactly.
You're insinuating that I thought that Angie H was totally okay for doing that, and that's what I don't want you to be saying that. Maybe I did say this or that. But let's not focus on those details and make sure we're narrowing down the truth. And then Angie K pipes in, and Heather suggests that she pipes right back out.
Yeah, like you shouldn't not make any waves right now.
Yeah. So Angie's like, I've been a good friend to Jen. I can't say the same thing about you.
Oh my gosh.
And I love what we mentioned a little bit earlier. Heather's like, listen, the deposits that I've made in our friendship account should give me a little grace.
Yeah.
And I think that's kind of what Lisa Barlow wanted to say about Meredith.
Mm-hmm.
After
the blow up.
Yeah. I think all of us feel that way. Sometimes we say things we don't mean. Sometimes we say things that we mean at the moment. Mm-hmm. But I think that everything that you've seen throughout our history has proven that I'm a good friend.
Yeah. Well, Angie just thinks that it's a lot of bull coming out of Heather's mouth. And Heather's just like, well, guess what? Jen threw your shoes off the boat today. And she's like, Well, I just don't think Heather has her best interest out for Jen. And I'm just like, what? Wait, what? This is where I got really confused. Because Angie is now sticking up for Jen, even though she found out that Jen threw her shoes in the water being spiteful. It's all very confusing.
Yeah, a lot. And this whole our fight is really about the fact that they're trying to tear Heather and Jen apart because Heather and Jen have been speaking poorly about each other over the past several weeks.
Yeah.
So they're being very close and very ride or die right now. But that's how they are when they're together.
And isn't that what Angie and Jen just did to each other earlier? So Angie is, I feel like Angie's just really trying desperately to be Jen's ride or die.
Right. Well, yeah, and because that could potentially get her on the show, you know? But I love that Lisa jumps in.
I love that.
And Jen just said, you're just mad because I'm friends with Heather. And Lisa's like, no, I'm not mad. And then Lisa and Jen get into it. But in the middle of Lisa's rant, Jen apologizes to Angie K.
Out of nowhere. It's just like, I'm sorry for dumping that juice on your head. I was wrong. I was trying to make something funny and it wasn't. I'm sorry.
This to me was complete deja vu of last season right before Lisa's blowout. When she was sitting there fighting with someone, I don't remember the details, but someone else got an apology other than Lisa. And that's what made Lisa go off.
Yeah, she's so over it.
Here's another time Lisa's like, are you effing kidding me? You attacked me on the boat today, but you're giving Angie K an apology right now instead of me?
Lisa is totally losing it about how crazy people are and how Jen came after her that day. And Jen's like, when did I come for you?
She's drinking
and
on
Lisa's
meds.
like, I can't do this.
She's drinking on meds. Jen Shah does not remember going out.
She does not remember the boat.
When she went after Lisa on the boat, she wasn't making any, she couldn't even say complete sentences.
Her reasoning wasn't
She
good.
couldn't make a point. But Lisa's had enough. She walks off. Heather tries to calm it all down, but Jen's not willing to let it drop. So Heather's like, fine, find another ride or die.
Yeah.
Done. I
can't do this anymore. I'm off this merry-go-round.
She's like, you cannot give me an ultimatum. So Jen does end up giving her the ultimatum.
Oh, she does.
You have to choose Angie H or me.
And then she says, I'm not trying to give you an ultimatum. I'm just trying to see if I'm going to be a Meredith girl or a Heather Gay girl. So I was like, wait, where did Meredith come from this?
No, Elisa Barlow.
Oh, Elisa Barlow. I'm sorry, Elisa Barlow fan or a Heather Gay stan or whatever. And I'm just like, wait, why are you saying that like it's you have to pick a team between Lisa and Heather and you're sticking it to her by being with Lisa?
Well, when you flat out say you have to make a choice, that is an ultimatum.
That is an ultimatum.
That is an ultimatum.
It's not about how you want to place that person.
But that's not adult. That's not adult.
Is there gluten in this pig? Because she's talking crazy.
Everybody raise your hand to if you think that was messed up of Jen. I mean, I'm waiting for that to happen.
We cannot have another hand raise.
Another Democratic vote.
We cannot. I love though that I'm enjoying Whitney. She has been nothing but one-liners during her confessionals for 2 episodes now.
Yeah.
She tried to get involved a little bit, but no one bit.
No.
And she ends up with like, well, Meredith, you're a bad CEO of fun. And that was...
Whoops.
I'm glad that they ended the episode with a little bit of a laugh. We needed it.
We did. They're like, now that the drama's gone, can we eat?
Yeah.
And have a little bit of fun at this dinner?
No. No eating on these trips. You just stay wasted so you make good TV.
Yes.
That's all you do. Well, that was fun. You know what? I felt the more we talked about this episode, the more I understood it. Yesterday when we were taking notes, I was so confused.
You gotta keep rewinding it, because when you stop to take notes and listen to what's going on and trying to write it down, you're like, wait.
And plus, they just veered in so many different directions.
It's too much.
Jen Shah herself veered in so many directions. So, though I enjoyed talking about it, though. It's kind of like, anyway, I don't want to babble on. Babble. Watch us babble on our social media.
Just end this.
On Facebook, we are The Real Housebears, and Instagram. On Twitter, we are Real Housebears. And you can email us at therealhousebears@gmail.com.
You could also watch us on Spotify and YouTube at The Real House Bears. And if you are listening to us on Apple Podcasts, please give us a little 5-star rating and a cute review, and we will talk about you on air and make you hashtag House Bears famous. Ow, you're hitting me.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, love you. Bye.
Do a sound check.
Stuffed grape leaves.
Stuffed grape leaves.
I want to have some more.
They were good. They were delicious.
This is
I want to have some now.
I can't get that stuck in my head again. It's too much.
Did it ever leave?
No.